Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Guild of Dungeoneering. Apologies I'm not playing very well, but we'll do what we can. And we'll send off Diamond Fist again. Maybe it was just his destiny to defeat this boss in the first place, Let's go. So, the Noble Diamond Fist will stop the evil dwarves and their death ray, and place down all of the various bits of fate, and fight some dwarven explosives heart for his experiments. Oh my. You're going to cut open the explosives, take out the heart of the explosives, and so on and so forth. Let's use the static field. Trade damage, as it were. A Mind Blast. Let's use your Thought Extractor and clone your next card. Grab ourselves a Spider Bite. But we have the perfect thing for Spider Bites, a Spyco Shield, which defends ourselves from the enemy's Spider Bites. Dark Strikes. Well, we can use the Zap-O-Matic for effectively the same effect. 2 more health points remain. We shall use the Zap-O-Matic again. And last but not least, we shall use the Spider Bite to finish off the Dwarven Explosives and cut out the heart. And there we are. Let us go for a good upgrade, shall we? I think that we'll go for the Soldier's Helmet for the level 1 choice. The cards we have are good, we just need more health. So let's face this miner now. We'll put an enemy down on these Runes of Fate next turn. We'll place these ones down now. It better be carrying some good loot. Well, at least you're wearing a good hat. Silly hats are important. A pummel to start us off with. Well, we have a Spyco Shield for that. Trading damage, as it were. A recharge. Well, time to do some Brain and Heart's serum action then. Drawing 2 additional cards from the deck. Let's Spyco Shield again. A lunge. Let's Thought Extract you. Grab ourselves a beat. Fury is now active. We shall reflect this damage back using the Reflecting Ray. And now you'll lunge. Not a problem. I have this beat that I stole from you. By reading your mind, the miner is no more. A Spyglass is an interesting addition. I'll take it. The ranged trait is powerful, and it's a good harkening back to Diamond Fist's previous days as a ranger. So level 2 still, so let's face a Clattering Bones now. There we are. Fascinating they may be, they must still be destroyed for the glory of the Emperor. Alright, Pain is our first card. Let's use Static Field. There we are. A Pummel is our next card. We'll reflect this back. There we are, down to half health is the enemy. It's Zap-O-Matic here. We can't stop the Siphon, but we can heal ourselves as we should. We'll use the Brain and Heart Serum here, I think. There we are, Mind Blast. Time to reflect them back. Only 2 more points of damage are required, and this Zap-O-Matic shall provide that damage at our leisure. The Clattering Bones are slain. Well, they perish at the very least. Well, we got some better hat options now. So we could have Fury as an option, or we could take the Spiky Hat or the Voodoo Mask. The Voodoo Mask is my choice. An upgrade, to be sure. Once the Death Ray is complete, we'll be unstoppable. Yes, well, kind of just dying to your guards rather than actually anything else, but hey, I'm splitting hairs, I guess. Siphon as our first card. Let's use Smite here. Thanks to Sluggish, it blocks all of that regenerative damage. Ghouls, Stupidity 1. Let's use Thought Extractor now, shall we? Get ourselves a Sweeping Blast. It's just as good as the enemies, well, as our previous static field, rather. Mind Blast, we'll bounce that back. There we are. Things are going well in the world of Diamond Fist, as can be expected. Blind Worm is almost gone. We use the static field to finish it. And there we are. A good day for the static field against the Blind Worm. Now I'll have to take an item and then immediately move on to the next battle. The Mage Robes would give us Holy 3, but they also come with 2 bad cards. So we'll just take some gold. And now face this Cave Troll, who moves towards us with shifty eyes, similar to the Cabin Boy, really. Thrash is our first card. Let's use Thought Extractor. Grab ourselves an Anger. That card may not see much play. We can just Holy Seal this one away. Next is another Thrash. Let's use that Brain and Heart Serum, shall we? After all, you're now aggressive, which means that we can use this Reflecting Ray to reflect your beating back at you. Oh, a Recharge! How creative. Let's use the Zap-O-Matic here to negate the healing. And last but not least, we'll use Anger. Haha! Take that, Cave Troll. Defeating the enemies of their own cards is satisfying in many ways. A Coral Crown is an interesting choice. It would make us lose those holy cards, but would get spiky. And I think that's a good trade. So we're just going for a trait build at the moment. Alright, well let's not get lured in the wrong direction. We'll fight this nymph now. And hopefully we can get some pieces that connect up. A gold pouch? I can't leave that here. You're quite right, Diamond Fist. We must be responsible and pick up gold that's laid on the ground so carelessly. A Zap-O-Matic against the nymph is a good opening move. Look how much health we have over the nymph. It's quite a large amount of health, really. A Brain and Heart Serum will make a good move here. Get those good cards that we have into our hand. We can do a Thought Extraction here, which allows us to see the card that will be concealed. It's a Spider Bite. Therefore, we'll apply the Spyco Shield, which will deal 1 damage and then 1 further spiky damage. Excellent. So now Spit Acid is the play, which will reflect all this damage back the nymph's way. Of course, now the nymph is down to 1 remaining hit point, and the Spider Bite will be sufficient to kill it. Once again, using the enemy's cards effectively against them. Doomplate is a tempting addition, and I think finally we're going to settle on having another trait. It does come with a card, so our trait-only build is slightly no longer a thing, but I've only got 1 extra card so far, and I think it's an acceptable change. What's not so acceptable, though, is that we still do not have a dungeon piece that connects us up. Well, let's do this much at least and fight this Earth Elemental. Alright. But now that we have the excellent combo of Bulwark and Spiky, we can get up to many shenanigans. But first we shall Reflecting Ray. The Earth Elemental's pummel is now weakened. Although Thought Extractor would have been a fun card to play at that time, we'll be okay. We can draw 2 cards with this one. Mind Blast. Well, let's Zap-O-Matic away. The next card is the Sweeping Blast. We'll Zap-O-Matic again. Whittling down the Earth Elemental's life force energy. Let's see what we clone, shall we? We'll clone a Pummel. Could be useful. This turn, however, will Spyco Shield. And thanks to all the various cards that we have, we block all of that entirely, and deal damage as a result. Let's now kill the Earth Elemental with its own card, Pummel. It's a bit of a theme of this episode. We're just better. Coat of Thorns banned from hugs. I can see why. The Alpine Horn is curious, but none of these things are what we need. We need to not have cards, just traits. Tertiary subsystems coming online. My goodness, we still do not have cards that we can't actually put anything down. I mean, we'll just end turn here, but we're desperately now wanting these dungeon pieces to connect us up. How hard can it be? That still doesn't do it. I mean, it will get us up here. We can fight a vampire. So I suppose it gives us more freedom. We can have a piece here, or a piece in this direction. Leader was a bit ambitious, but we'll be okay. There's so much that we can learn about vampires after all. My goodness, I hope that the dungeon just doesn't kill us, just when we've got such a good build going here. There's not a great play right now, so we're just reflecting Ray. Next turn something will present itself, I'm sure. This Zap-O-Matic will do for now. Even with the leader buff, I'm not particularly concerned about the vampire. We'll Thought Extract here. Let's grab ourselves a Torment. We'll have to keep that one for later, eh? Make sure we use it now. We'll Torment you. The good old tormenting. Feels good. Let's use the Static Field. There we are. Spiky damage kicks in. A Mind Blast. Well, the Torment will finish you. Let's use that Torment. The vampire is no more, despite the leader buffs. This has wires on it. We're just going to take some gold. The downside of taking gold, though, is it means less dungeon pieces that can join us up. Alright, there we go. We can put this here. We'll put this here. And this here. Although I think they've got a problem there. 1, 2... Yeah, we're dead. Yeah, we're dead. We still don't get there fast enough. The dungeon killed us! Gah! It's so annoying. We've got such a good build, but we're just going to die from not having cards. Awful. Oh well. We'll play it out. After all, this is a fun build that we've got going here, so we'll take advantage of it best we can. And get some money. Money's nice. Good old Sweeping Blast action. Block both of those, deal some spiky damage, and get some more damage through the various blocks. Pummel, well, time to repel that one. There we are. Good old Spiky once again, kicking in there. Recharge, well, let's Zap-O-Matic you. I'm annoyed now. I wanted to make some actual headway, but no. The game's like, I'm just not going to give you any the corridors that connect up. It's possible I missed one because I'm slightly under the weather, but I'm annoyed there. Hello, Sweeping Blast. Take some gold. Yeah, I die in one turn. So it's like, well, awesome. I mean, I guess we've got one last fight, right? We'll fight a genie, because he's not supposed to be here anyway. That's annoying. Well, genie, down you go. Let's do it. Chaos. I have a Static Field for you. Take that spiky damage. Feels good, doesn't it? Feels appropriate. Let's Thought Extract you. We have to find out what we're going to kill you with after all. We're going to kill you with a Sweeping Blast. Doesn't that feel good? Well, it's not going to feel good this turn because we're just going to get some more spiky damage in there. There we are. Black Strike. Well, we'll just reflect the damage back at you and kill you with it. Whoopsie days! And alas, the Death Ray will disintegrate poor Diamond Fist once again. But I'll have him grab out a Climber's Axe for the money. Yeah, take that. Fire the Death Ray! And splat.
A sorry tale, a gory story, another hero dies for glory. In the ground they rest the head. Dead, dead, dead.
Well, I'm just going to opt to make this a longer episode, because as much as that was an awesome effort there from Diamond Fist, purely only getting wrecked because of the stupid dungeon just not providing us the necessary corridors, I just don't feel that that's an appropriate way to end this episode. We've got to give it another go. So let's send myself out there once again to win big and defeat that Magnate Mogul. We're just going to be over time, and I'm just going to turn my stopwatch off now because it's just going to be over, and I know that's how it's going to work. So we're never going to stop him, apparently. Well, that's just the way it's going to have to be. We'll fight an albino goblin, though. Put a gold coin. Actually, you know what? We'll stuff the coins. Just keep connecting things up. That's the number one priority. Alright. A Thrash to start us off with, apparently. Well, we got plenty of damage, so let's just use Absolution here. clearly the decay from last episode was not a good call. And we're only taking 2 points, so we'll up it to 3 with fervour and get 3 damage back. There we are. Down, only 1 more point of damage needed this turn, so we'll Divine Strike this turn, and next turn we'll do the Divine Hammer. There we are. That's not even necessary, we'll just Flagelate then, because you're going to kill yourself. Alright. We have levelled. We could add a Soldier's Helmet, a wooden board, or a mitten. Good luck holding anything now. I like that. It's interesting, but I'm just going to take the Soldier's Helmet here. Cover my apparently bald head. There we are. Time to fight the Digger. Look at these dungeon paths. Feels good, eh? Let's see what type of fountain this is. Fountain of Stupidity. Well, that's awesome. At least we're connected up and we can always build an alternative route should it present itself in the future. Let's defeat this Digger. Alright, time to use the Divine Hammer. We have enough damage for Retribution to trigger. Because Retribution is such a key part of the most Holy Grail Knight's damage. Making sure that the Retribution continues to proc at all times is important and necessary here together tonight. We're going to use Fervour here to increase the damage we take. And once again, proc Retribution. Digger's down to 4 hit points. We use the Divine Strike here to get past that block. 2 more points of damage required. And this will do it. The Divine Hammer plus the Retribution damage from Pummel. And there we go. Digger's down. Feels good. Making headway. The Rum Barrel's an interesting choice. The net. Of course, a tiny net is a death sentence. I think we might go for the Brass Knuckles this time. Could try to go for that actually, hang on, no. That's a bad call. A Swift build is not the worst decision. Let's go for the net. If we get 1 more point of Swift, I'd like that. Or maybe even a Dueling Buckler would be a good call. So we're going to fight some Clattering Bones this turn. I'm just keeping my eye on the various pieces of corridor that are appearing, in case we can get ourselves a piece of crossroads here or something to just avoid this. We'll probably just have to tank this stupidity on a fight of some kind. Absolution time. There we are. Pain, well, let's increase the pain with Flagelate. Increasing the pain, take that, wealth. A shift here will just help with some card draw. There we are. Siphon, well, we don't have our interrupts, so we're just going to have to live with that, so Divine Strike it is. In comes the beat. We're fleet-footed here. Want to make sure that we keep our damage up. A Torment. Well then. I'm going to play this card here. Can't do much. Poke. Mind Blast sucks. That being said, what are we going to do about it? We heal for 1 with Divine Hammer, but that's not going to be enough to actually win. So we're going to have to interrupt to not die this turn. Yeah. You could really do with some Fleet of Foot or something like that this turn. Fleet of Foot. Fleet-footed, rather. Flagelate would help a little. Fleet-footed, there it is. That was closer than I wanted it to be, but the favour was in our favour, so to speak. We'll have to tank a Slice card, but there is Swift 4. The card we needed. Once the Death Ray is complete, you'll be unstoppable. We have heard all this before. We'll put this here. Is this better? No, it's worse. Alright. That's okay then. Let's just keep going, I guess. Into the 2 fights here. This one will really take us to the Grail. You can feel it. Well, I can feel it, rather. Gelatinous Cube, be going down. Mind Blast, well, we'll just start off with that. We'll do a shift to start us off with. Get some cards in there. We're dealing 2 points of damage anyway. And then he has less health. Spider Bite, well, we can Divine Hammer here. Got to keep our health nice and high. Sweeping Blast, let's slice. Next is the Venomous Bite, and for this one we'll use the Absolution. We have Fleet-Footed in our hand now, so we should just be able to go Fleet-Footed and win. Oh, of course, Tenacious, my bad. We can actually win here with the Flageolate, which will win via Retribution. Yeah, I just missed. I'm obviously not that well at the moment, but oh well. Mind you, an Ocean Staff with Blessed on it. Yeah, but they're going to be going for that. Okay. I mean, if I get a Holy Shield, I'll just take it. Simple as that. Thrash is the starting card. Well, we'll just use the Divine Hammer right away here. Deal 2, heal 2. We'll just do that whole turn again. Feels good to me. Recharge. Well, we can't stop that one. So let's just draw a card off it, shall we? Does this mean if his Fury turns off? It does. Well, that feels good. Let's use Fervor. Now that I have the Ocean Staff, I'm feeling a lot more confident. We're Fleet-Footed here because it'll just straight up win the battle. And there we are, Cave Trolls down. Wolf Pelt. Sword of the Sea. That's a lot of cards. Helps you cut back on navigational errors. I see. Well, Wolf Pelt certainly is a tempting item which we'll grab. You know, extra healing feels appropriate. Look at the amount of health we have now, it's quite absurd. Still can't connect this up. We'll put this massive gem here so we don't get lost. Yeah. I guess we'll go for a few more battles. We just want to switch out this net now for something else that gives either Holy or Growth, would be my preference. It's not terrible though. Swift 3 is still perfectly reasonable. We'll go for the Restoration move here. Heal for 3. And deal 2. It's a poor man's Rejuvenation. Divine Hammer turn. With the Ocean Staff in hand, I'm feeling a lot stronger now. We have to discard a card here, which is going to suck, but I guess with Fervor we can up our damage a bit. Alright, Nymph. Let's deal the Smite here. So, this Divine Strike should finish the deal, and it does. The Nymph is down. Spike, I don't want anything. Oh, actually, hang on. Let's take a moment longer. Coat of Thorns. Okay, no. The net is actually better. Despite the fact it gives me one bad card, I do get 2 good cards out of it, so it's like, you know, it's not bad. And we could use some magical blocks versus this particular enemy anyway. Alright, let's fight the Surf Elemental. Sweeping Blast time? Well, I have a Holy Seal. Boop. It's like nothing happened. Mind Blast. Well, let's Fervor. Technically, it's a slight misuse of Fervor because I damaged myself unnecessarily. Nevertheless, we can rekindle. And the Earth Elemental's not proving to be much of a challenge at this time. I will throw away the Stupidity while he's recharging himself. Let's Flagellate. After all, it's now heal 3, so why not? Bummel? We can just use this. It's effectively deal 1 damage. It's an Oi. It's another Oi. No, this one's not going to do anything. All the Stupidity at once. Oh, it's because of that Fountain of Stupidity, of course. I'm like, why am I getting so much of it? It all makes sense now. My mind is clear. Now let's use the Restore. Well, I'm glad we get to burn the Stupidity effect on a relatively easy fight, because it's actually proving to be somewhat stubborn because of the fact I had to go through so many bad cards. And my card draws at the bottom of my deck, so... Oh, you've just played that twice in a row now, thank you. Well, at least I could Divine Strike here this turn. I probably could have done last turn, but I'd opted to draw instead. Beat. Well, let's just Smite here. Get some damage in there. I want to keep things pressing on. Oh, well, we'll just Divine Hammer. We'll cancel out this whole attack as a result of it. 2 more damage is required. At last, we can fleet-footed to win. Excellent. What do you give me? A flint. Those are all weapons. I like my ocean staff. Alright, Magnate. Tertiary subsystems coming online. Well, one last enemy before the boss. Okay, I'm feeling tanky. The enemy's feeling tenacious. Let's restore. Undo the enemy's damage and deal 2 points of damage. Like I said, it's a poor man's rejuvenation. Dark Strike will use the absolution here. So it's definitely a battle of attrition in that sense, but I don't know, I'm feeling a lot more confident now of the Blessed trait. Blessed is pretty absurd. Well, I couldn't stop that one, but that's okay. 2 poor points of damage this turn would be nice, which we could do with the Divine Strike. And then we'll fleet-footed next turn. To end the battle. Let's go, fleet-footed. And then Nymph is down. A dueling buckler. I'll take it. Yes, I will. Because Tenacious is a good trait. We've all the healing we need. Let's advance towards the Dwarf Magnate. But I never got to use my death ray. Yes, you did, on lots of people. Alright, here we go. Let's restore. He's going to heal himself for 1. I'm going to heal myself for 3. That's a bit more like it. The enemy is going to force me to discard, so let's use the Divine Hammer. Alright. Black Strike. Let's Divine Strike back. Fury is not quite active, but it could have been. We'll Holy Seal here. Basically to cancel out that whole stealth turn. Mind Blast is coming up now. That's Absolution. He's got Fury, but I don't think he has any physical cards, does he? No, I don't think he doesn't. So Fury's pointless. Pure Magic's a bit more serious. We'll certainly smite that one. But the Dwarf Magnate himself was not actually that impressive. It's just the fact that, you know, you had to get to him. But he's finally down. Nice.
Oh, look, it's your Dungeoneer who survived. Just look at the joy. I'm so teary-eyed. Do you think that they'll all come back alive? Well, I suppose if they don't, then at least they all tried.
That's right. We've unlocked a new Battlescar Pyromaniac. So it turns out I'm becoming an Inquisitor of this particular iteration of me. And the big plan is the next adventure that we've unlocked. But to find out what the big plan might be, you'll have to come back next time right here at KonfluxGames.